What is happening, people? Liverpool Prophet back again with another video. More Liverpool news to talk about today. There's quite a bit actually. There's some stories breaking out that I'm not particularly keen on, I don't particularly like, but listen, they're there to be spoken about. So there's rumours on obviously Chiesa's future at Liverpool. It looked like it was confirmed that he was going to stay at Liverpool, but now it seems like he may be on his way out. There's more news circulating around Milos Kerkez and what the latest on that deal is, and yeah, just all things Liverpool related on the channel. Now, also, I wanted to touch a bit on a DM potentially, who we could look at to bring in as a DM. Now, we still haven't replaced Fabinho properly, in my opinion, so we'll talk about all of it, but let's get straight into it, guys. Let's start off with Federico Chiesa. Now, it looks to me like Chiesa is going to be on his way out, unfortunately, and it's an unfortunate one, I've got to be totally honest. I didn't want Chiesa to leave. I really wanted him to stay. The signs were looking positive as well. Slot said that he wanted him to stay. Chiesa looked, he was like he was alright staying. And it's come out like early this morning that Chiesa is looking for Liverpool exit, not because he wants to leave, but because he wants regular first team football, because he wants to get into the Italian team for the World Cup next year. Now, it is understandable. I'm going to be honest, this is an understandable one, to be fair. Is he going to get first team football next season with us? Probably not, with Salah playing on the right wing. So, if I'm Chiesa, I am looking at other options, I'm going to be honest. If regular first team football is a priority for him, which it looks like it is, then of course he has got to, think about his career and what's best for his career. Of course, we know he is not going to get regular first team football with Mohamed Salah playing on the right wing. So, yeah, he wants out, and who can blame him, really? I mean, you can't really blame him. As for where he goes, where Chiesa goes next, I'm assuming he goes back to the Serie A in Italy, but I'm not sure who'd take him. I think he came from Juventus, was it? He could go to Inter Milan or somewhere like that. Like, the only place I realistically see Chiesa going is back to the Serie A. I don't see him going to another Premier League club. I don't see him going to La Liga, Bundesliga. Nowhere like that. I think the only reasonable option here is for him to move back to the Serie A, because that's a league that he knows. He's been there for a while. I mean, he's spent most of his career there, so it's a league he's comfortable with, and I think he would want to move back to the Serie A as well. For me, it's just the same. I mean, I just don't think Slot has given him enough opportunities this season. I think if Slot had given him more opportunities across the season, maybe his mindset would have been different. Maybe he would have been okay staying. But I think due to not getting hardly any minutes, really, I think he played against Brighton, was it? That's it. Literally, that was the only game he started. I think, that made up his mind. Not enough game time, in his opinion. And he's completely right. He didn't get nowhere near enough game time this season. When Salah was on a dip of form, when other attackers of ours weren't performing, Chiesa couldn't get a sniff. Yeah, Nunez was constantly being given a chance. Jota was constantly being given a chance. So, look, it's the right decision. It is the right decision. As much as it's annoying, it's the right decision. But now, like I said, that just leaves us now in a position where we are now, unfortunately, going to be short on cover for Mohamed Salah again, because all the business we're doing, is a right winger now going to be a priority? Probably not, but we need cover on these sides. We're going to lose cover now with Chiesa going. So we have to get another right winger, someone who can cover Salah, because say Salah gets injured, right? Who's going to play on the right side? Now, people are going to say Frimpong can play there, Words can play there, but you want a natural winger to play back up to Salah, not someone being shoehorned into the team. I know they can play there and they're versatile, but you really want a right winger, a natural right winger who can play off the right wing to step in for Salah if he's not going to be there, or if he's injured, or if he's at the AFCON. So it's important that we get a right winger now. It's very important that we go out there and get a right winger. Also, we don't even know what's happening with Diaz still. That's still up in the air. I'm hoping he stays, but I don't know why so many of our attackers are being linked with moves away, and we're looking to move some of them on. It makes zero sense to rip up the attack when we've got other stuff to do in the window. look, if the club want to rip up the attack, fair enough, but you have to replace the attackers that you're selling. You can't just give them away and then not replace them. So, what the club do with the Chiesa thing, I'm not sure. What they do with the Diaz thing, I'm not sure. Gakpo as well, that's up in there as well. I'm seeing rumours of him to Bayern Munich. Literally, I mean, all the attackers are being linked with moves away. Nunes is definitely going, so it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones where you know, other than Salah, it looks like all of the attackers in the club's eyes are replaceable and sellable. So it looks like they are going to be moved on. One or two of them, unfortunately. Look, as long as Chiesa is replaced with another top right winger, I'm okay with that. You let Chiesa go, replace him with another right winger. That's fine with me. You let Diaz go, replace him with another top left winger. That's fine with me as well. The issue is I don't trust the club to go out and replace them. I don't trust the club to go out and get another right winger or get another left winger. I don't trust it. I know they've spent quite a bit this summer already, but come on, man. We can't be acting like they're going to spend loads because we know what our owners are like at the end of the day. You know? So, we'll see where it goes with this one. Gonna have to see where it goes with it. But let's move on to the next topic of discussion, Milos Kerkez now. Look, with the words thing now a matter of days, according to Fabrizio Romano, I think we can now focus more on the Kerkez deal now. The words thing looks like it's done. Like I said, I feel the club were focusing more on the words thing because words is the big summer signing. For me, he's signing of the season, signing of the summer, I mean. So obviously the club were more focused on getting that one over the line. Or that as well, being that was the more difficult transfer to get over the line. So I think that the club deliberately were focused on words, and we kind of thought we'd revisit the Kerkez thing after the words thing is done. So now that we're going back to the Kerkez thing, I think we can expect this to want to move pretty quickly as well, like the Frimpong deal did. So I'd expect the Kerkez deal to pretty much be sealed up as well in the coming days once the words thing is pretty much done. I think the most likely scenario is the words thing gets done, we get the here we go on words, and then we move on to Milos Kerkez and we get the here we go on that, and that one gets done as well quickly, and everyone's happy then. You've got the 3 signings in. Now, also interestingly, Kerkez has I think left the Hungary camp early, which could be a sign. Maybe he's on his way to Liverpool for that medical. Maybe it's all done. Maybe it's just been kept quiet. Who knows? But, I expect the Kerkez deal to get done as soon as the words deal is done. Now, also for me, what I'm reading from reports is that we are expecting 4 signings before the beginning of July. So, if we want 4 signings before July, we've got Frimpong, we've got Words, Kerkez. I'm very intrigued to see who the 4th signing is going to be now, because the club are adamant that we're going to have 4 before July. So, seeing as we've got 3 pretty much done, I'm very intrigued to see who this 4th one's going to be. Now, a lot of people seem to think that it's going to be a centre-back, it's going to be a striker, it's going to be a winger, it's going to be a DM. Now, it could be either one of those things. Most likely case scenario, it's probably going to be a centre-back, because I'll be honest, that's the one I've seen the most links to. I haven't seen links to a lot of these, by the way. I haven't seen links to a striker, a DM, and a winger. I've seen vague links to a centre-back, so the 4th signing is most likely going to be a centre-back. It's most likely going to be a centre-back. Now, I wanted to touch on another thing. I'm not sure a lot of you know this, but Konaté's contract is coming to an end now. It's looking like PSG are showing interest in Konaté now, and he seems to be flirting with the idea of moving away now. Would we be looking to sell Konaté, or would we be letting him go on a free, letting him run his contract down and going on a free? So we're in 2 situations here. We can either give him a new contract, which is what I would do personally. I think we should be giving Konaté a new contract. Or we either let him run his contract down, go out on a free like Trent did, or, you sell him and you get money for Konaté. Now, for me, like I've said, I want Konaté to be given a new deal. I want him to stay. I think him and Verge are a very good partnership, but it looks like he's open to the move, to leaving. He's open to the idea of a move away. Now, it's a sticky situation because we don't want another situation where we had with Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, where they're all coming towards in the last year of their contracts, and we're all crapping ourselves thinking, oh man, what are we gonna do? We want to get this Konate thing done quickly because we're gonna be in another crap situation again. Otherwise, next season, hopefully the club extend him, but it's up in the air. Let me know in the comments what you think on that one. I'll be very interested to see what you think on that one. But that's it for me, guys. That is it for me today. Obviously, more Liverpool related content coming down the line. More transfer news. Hopefully, the words "here we go" comes. We can talk on that. The Kirkes one comes and get more transfer news in general to come for Liverpool. The more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. But that is it for me, guys. Liverpool Prophet, peace out. I'll speak to you guys soon. I'll be back very soon. Remember, like, subscribe, comment. Peace out. Up, done with the flipping Reds. Let's go. Come on.